Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Okay, so we do Tea in the Streets to talk about all sorts of stuff. Mm-hmm. We talk about pop culture. We talk about Black news. We talk about we talk about anything and everything.
We everybody.
We go from light to dark to happy to sad. Yeah. This news, it's not. I would say it's neutral. Yeah. So earlier this week, was a very famous event. It was it comes every 4 years. Yes. It was the presidential debate.
Yes.
And I just want to put a PSA out there. Just protect your animals, please, because they're out there eating the pets.
It's ridiculous.
So keep
No, we don't. Absolutely not.
They're eating them. Yeah,
no, they are. We're not doing that. That's
seriously.
Yes, no,
that happens.
Yes. No.
Yeah. Okay, conspiracy theories. Can we play the video?
We're not going to do conspiracy theories. Not at all. That's where I
need to take y'all off.
That's where, let me tell you what I'm not going to do today. It's conspiracy
I'm keeping my chihuahua close.
Okay.
I'm keeping my chihuahua close.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
I'm just kidding.
We're not doing it. Let's go with the show.
Okay, play the video.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is the
people on television say my dog was taken and used for food.
Kamala Harris's earrings during the debate secret earpieces? No, but there's a viral claim saying they were. Let me explain. An online claim went viral suggesting that Kamala Harris was secretly using earpieces disguised as earrings to receive real-time information during her debate with Donald Trump. The posters claim Harris was wearing Nova H1 audio earrings, which were featured in a Kickstarter campaign in Germany. They provide audio, like headphones, without anything actually in your ear. However, the Nova earrings shown in the post do not match the ones seen in high-resolution photographs of Harris during the debate. Harris's earrings are actually from luxury jewelry brand Tiffany's hardware collection. Harris has worn the same earrings at previous events, and a number of people have identified them as from Tiffany. Shortly after the secret earpiece theory was posted, the conspiracy was instantly debunked.
Okay. Now this is
I want to talk about all the conspiracy theories.
Okay, we're gonna take this and we're gonna. First of all,
you allowed this.
I did. The reason why I did, because I really want people to really start thinking. I mean, we can't just jump on everything that we see and make it factual, because we become a part of the buffoonery. I'm going to say, I think the earring thing as an earpiece, I was like, are we really serious here? We can clearly see that that's an earring, but we want to make, and there's so many people out here dealing with this,
buying into it,
and it's so dangerous, and I'm not here to say, when I hear people talking about, or I hear the ex-president talking about people eating animals, it's such foolishness, in my opinion, because now you're taking a whole group of people and you're putting that on a group of people. That's just my opinion.
Well, this is the same man that gave praise to Hannibal.
Yeah.
You know, the man that eat people.
I
mean, come on.
I know, but I think we have to really be careful when we are spreading, or even if you think you know that thing. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I think what it's causing is a whole group of people now living in fear because of something that people keep repeating over and over, and innocent people over and over. And clearly there is no facts to that. Why would you take a whole group of people, Haitian people, and say, oh, they're eating? I mean, it's just ridiculous.
It's dangerous. That's how stereotypes are. Like, I mean, anything in the world can happen. Is there
Right.
somebody out there who ate a dog or a cat? I'm sure there is.
Yes.
I'm sure that does happen. I'm not discounting that. But yeah, like you said, to assume or
That's been
associate that with
said
a
for
whole group of
years.
people.
Yes.
Particularly
Yeah, no, I would take
around
away-
Chinese food.
Oh, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't agree with putting it on like a certain group of people and say, oh, these people, they eat, animals and everything. But I am one who I don't believe the media, and I don't believe the people that they put in front of the media. I don't believe Kamala. I don't believe Trump. Like, I don't believe nothing that I see on there.
Yeah.
And then, but you know how I feel like in due time, truth will come out. But all of that is a lie. All
It's
of
a
it is
show.
lie. It's a lie.
Yeah.
And then it'll all, eventually.
I believe it's going to all come out the truth, but I just think we have to be careful
Well, yeah,
with
absolutely.
when we're pushing this stuff out, because whatever is being put in front of you, it's to play on you so that you can push other people's narratives. But now we're talking about harming a whole group of people, and I'm saying stop it. Use some we got to use some common sense.
Not only that, we're talking about a whole way of life being changed,
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
depending on how things turn out.
Yes, we just have to really, I'm going to leave it with this here. Pray and use some common sense and stop pushing a narrative that's hurting other people.
Yeah.
Period.
And
That's
go with your gut. Think about what you believe. What you believe deep down, whatever that may be.
Yes.
It doesn't have to align with any particular person. It may not. It probably won't. But go with what you believe. I think our gut tells us more than anything.
Yeah.
Well, I would actually like to push back on that a little
Ooh,
bit, because
okay.
what I was thinking while we were having this discussion
appreciate
is
it.
like the idea of confirmation bias, the idea that we are predisposed to believe things that align with our own expectations. of the world.
Yeah.
So if I see a conspiracy theory about Kamala's earring and I'm already predisposed to
to
not
that.
like her or
Yeah,
to think that she's
exactly.
cheating, then
You're gonna
I'm
automatically
going to
believe it.
believe that
It's really good.
because that is in line with what I innately believe about this person. So like that's a lot easier for my brain to reconcile than to be like, oh, let me step back, let me actually consider, let me be a little bit skeptical.
More objective.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
So I do agree to some extent, like trusting your own gut, but then
But
on the flip
challenging your
side-
own
but
beliefs
challenging,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
challenging what makes us comfortable in our own minds.
And I
Yeah.
think we have to be open. The one thing that I think we spend so much time on sides, this is my side, to a conversation. A conversation that's a real conversation, not trying to defend your side or the other side, but you got to hear people and you got to talk, and you just use some common sense.
Yeah.
That part right there. That's for me.
Words
Words
think
matter.
are like seeds.
Yes.
And if you fertilize the word long enough, it begins to grow. And so, what are you feeding yourself with?
Ooh,
That's true.
Come on
What
now.
word are you letting fertilize within yourself?
If all the content you're
Right,
consuming, you're
right.
going to start to like align with that.
Yes, if you consume yourself with sex, you're gonna be
Driven
your
by
mind
sex.
be driven
Right,
by
yeah.
sex
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes.
If you have your mind on these political aspects of what they're saying out there, those words, and the one thing about that other guy, he knows and he understands the power of words.
Words. Yes.
Trust and
Why he
believe.
repeat it over
He
and
knows
over.
how to
He-
sway a group of people for sure.
And all he had to do is let it make sense.
to somebody.
If it makes sense to somebody, he just gonna keep filtering
Repeating
and keep on
it.
doing
Yeah.
it. He keep on fueling that word within the people, and they start believing and believing and believing. They start growing in them.
Yeah.
And so
And then you find yourself researching those very things, looking for
Oh,
it
and it's
to
gonna
be
be there
right.
for you.
Looking for information
Because
to
to
validate.
affirm what you already. Yeah.
So you got to
Yeah.
be really careful. Not, wasn't expecting to get on this conversation and go that way, but yes, I guess I was because I said put it up. I guess I was, and I'm really glad we had this conversation because everybody have their own different views, and I'm not here to change anyone. All I'm gonna say, and all I hope that you guys take away with this, you got to use your critical thinking. You got to really think about and pray about what, like you said, those words that you're letting come into you and what you're spending time.
yeah, pick up the Bible, start
Yeah.
reading.
And
good
I
word.
like what you said about the sides too, because I don't believe anything is black and white. I don't think anything in our history even in terms of race, has been good when we separate black and white. Like nothing is all one thing or the other. I think almost everything is nuanced. And I think it's okay to have a belief and have like a side that you lean towards. But I think most people fall somewhere in the middle on certain things. And I like what Molly said too, challenging your beliefs. I have opinions and I have thoughts, but a lot of the content I assume is actually the opposite. I watch a lot of commentators and podcasts that are the opposite of what I believe, so that I can like hear what they have to say at least. And I still can believe what I believe and still hear what they have to say. But then I know their points, like, okay, that's a fair point, maybe. And then kind of be able to form an objective opinion on it rather than like doing what I'm voting because I think that's the right thing to do. I'm voting for this person because everyone on social media said to vote for this person.
Right, 100%.
Well, it brings it back to the concept, like what we were just talking about humility and about like being able to understand and being able to humble yourself and like I don't have to be I don't have to be the one that's right. I can just talk and understand where other people are coming from and agree to disagree or
there you go.
and learn
What did
from
the
other
Book
people's
of Solomon say up there?
He said that goes back to being humble and admitting when being wrong.
You guys from the same page?
He's talking through my earpiece.
Those Tiffany earrings, huh?
What did he say? I didn't see it.
He said that goes back to being humble and admitting when being wrong.
We have any other comments on the subject?
Since we're also on the streets, they're telling us that James Earl Jones also passed away.
And they beat me to the punch. I was finna say, and other black people. James Earl Jones.
Him God.
And they're
And then
saying
we got something else. Keep going.
they can make anything to everything. Eating pets, that's gross. And what the heck?
Yeah.
And Sophie's saying, let me tell you, political peoples can do anything. And she said, I mean anything. Yes. I'm sad that these are our only two options. I'm very sad about that.
Well, we just gonna keep on praying and asking God to just bring us back together as a country, because it's so divided. It's so toxic because people are in their corners and they have so much hatred built up and pride, and it's just like, come on, guys, this is not good for anybody.
Do we think that it'll ever get back?
I want to believe that it will. I want to hope and believe that it will, and I think it starts with us. That's a firmly. I think if we say that we believe in God. And we trust him, and that's what we say, then it has to start with us walking in what we say we believe in and trusting that God is going to do what he says he's going to do. And I just believe 100%. I cannot be, there's no way I can sit up and say I love God and trust him and not have the faith that he's not going to fix this situation.
I feel like a lot of people look at political, presidents or whatever, kind of almost godlike, right? And I'm like, that's where you have to get away from, because we have to remember that these people work for us. We're paying them to be these political figures so that they can benefit the country as a whole and not just go behind them because they're saying what we want to hear. So it's definitely remembering that the government works for us, not us for them. Right. Yeah. So definitely we need to base our decisions and go back to that.
Based on what we have today, we have two people running for president. We have him and we have her. The decision come down to whether you want him
or you want
her.
Yes.
Which one is going to be more beneficial to, because there are no other choices.
And that's right.
This is what we have.
Yeah.
And so you have to get in your head with him benefit me more or with she
in the same
benefit
way
me more.
If you're looking for a romantic partner, you're not going to find the perfect person who checks every single box.
Right.
You're not going to find a president that is going to check every single box.
Right.
And it's funny that you were talking about this weird divide. I feel like it started in 2016. What's the common denominator with every election since? I'm just saying.
Yes.
I feel like the debates and stuff, it was like people obviously had a side. Like I remember, and I was younger too. I was in high school. I graduated high school in 2016. That was my first time able to vote. So maybe I just noticed that because I was more involved. But I don't remember people being so hateful to the other side. Like they may disagree. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's always been there. I think it became more obvious. I think it was ushered in once President Obama.
That's what
came in.
That was controversial because,
and so I really do believe it's always been there.
Okay.
But I think it just kind of almost like it got unleashed
in 2016.
When he came in.
Yeah.
What's your thought? I see you.
Nothing.
Yes. You too quiet over there. You got no. Your opinion matters.
Yeah.
Everybody here have their own opinion, and I don't ever want anyone to feel like they can't express their opinion. So, what's your opinion?
There's no opinion. I just,
You have a view.
You have a view. So, what's your view?
I mean, when it made a lot of sense when you say, like, pick one that aligns with what you want. And so, you kind of look at it differently because it is only just those two.
That's it.
You have to think about what's most important to you and vote that way.
And keep it just all it is.
Do you want a communist country or do you want a liberal?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it comes down to simple words, though.
Yes.
Do you want a dictator?
Yeah.
Or do you want, because he openly said,
did
they
say
won.
that. Yeah, he did say that.
I'm finna be Lil' Kim. I'm gonna show Lil' Kim how to do that. I'm gonna show Vladimir Putin how to do it. I'm gonna show you, y'all. And so you want that? Or do you want America to be this open book, which it is right now?
So
which one do you want?
We just have to I don't want to beat a dead horse. I just want us to use our critical thinking. I want us to really be prayerful and just be open for a conversation versus being so caught up in what we think we know, because first of all, we're not God. None of us know everything. And we just have to trust that he's going to work everything out in the long run. And you have, like you said, Brother Carter, you got this side and you got this side. And it ain't going to change. One or the other.
All right. So.